Hey, I'm John Greaves III. I'm the founder of Garage Gym Life. Welcome to the best gym in town. Today we're going to be talking about the TriGrips Double Length Ropes from Gym Pen. I think this is an awesome piece of gear that you should definitely have in your toolbox for your home gym. So let's head on over to my desk and I'll tell you all about it right after this. Hey guys, we're going to go back to the video you were watching in just a second, but I just want to give you a quick reminder that Garage Gym Life Media is sponsored by you. We don't have any big names backing us. Instead, you are the reason why we can do what we do. And the easiest way for you to support us and help us to continue to do that is by visiting our merch store, which you can find by going to the bottom of this video right there and checking out our store shelf. We have merch like this that's got a home gym perspective, as well as motivational shirts like this, which are good for fitness lovers, no matter whether they have a home gym or not. But regardless of which shirt you choose, just know that when you shop our store, you are helping us bring you live streams as well as the freshest home gym content available. As always, thank you for your support. Okay, so as I said, the TriGrips Double Length Ropes is an awesome piece of gear, and the first thing I want to talk about is the length, because they call it double length and they are not kidding. This thing is 1.4 meters long, and for those of us here in the States, that means it's a little bit over 4 feet long, which can kind of be a little unexpected if you're used to dealing with a normal tricep attachment. In fact, I'll show you. This is what I was using in the past. This is a tricep handle that I actually made myself, and I've used it for the last few years before I got this one. Although this is a DIY piece of gear, it's about the same length as a tricep handle that you would find in a normal gym. And you guys can see how much shorter it is compared to the Gym Pen double length TriGrips, right? This right here, I mean, that's huge. So let's go ahead and set this aside and we'll talk about some of the advantages and disadvantages of having such a long attachment. The first thing that you find when you have this tricep attachment is it actually unlocks certain exercises that I couldn't do before. That's not what I meant. I meant like tricep kickbacks. Whereas when you normally do tricep kickbacks, the rope is going to hit you in the chest. It's going to hit you in the torso, so you actually can't get that full extension. But with this, I'm able to get full extension both on the eccentric and the concentric portion of the exercise, and I'm able to get that squeeze at the end that I normally can't get, because most attachments are way too short. It also unlocks a whole lot more capability when it comes to something like face pulls, because again, I'm able to get complete range of motion. If I use a shorter handle to do face pulls, I find that I'm not getting the full range of motion. With this, I have complete range of motion. I'm able to go back as far as my own personal range of motion will allow, and that is an awesome, awesome thing. And I was even able to do something that I haven't been able to do in a long time, definitely not since I've had my home gym for the last 20 years, and that is overhead cable tricep extensions. The reason for that is with an overhead cable tricep extension, you need to have a pulley that's down on the ground, and then the angle of pull is coming from down behind your back and up over your head. So with a shorter attachment, what happens is the attachment ends up getting hung up on my upper back. And so I just threw that exercise out of the window. And if I wanted to do some sort of overhead tricep extension, I would have to use a dumbbell or a barbell or maybe an easy curl bar. But if I do that, that means I'm not getting continuous tension, which is why the overhead cable extension is so much more superior. And now I'm finally able to do it using the TriGrips Double Length Ropes. That is a huge deal. It's a game changer. And I've noticed some additional development in my triceps since I've been able to play with this over the past couple of weeks. Now, let me tell you about some of the cons for this thing. It is very versatile, so it's tempting, especially for somebody like me who likes a large variety of exercises. I started doing all kinds of things with it. One thing I found I couldn't do with it is rope pull-ups, and that's because the handles are so slick. Now, at first I thought, well, maybe it's because the handles are a lot thicker than a normal tricep handle, but I'm actually able to get a better grip with my ropes that I normally use anytime I want to do some sort of rope pull-up, and that's even thicker than this double length ropes attachment. So I know it's not the thickness of the rope handle that's the problem. In fact, it is the slickness of it. So I reached out to Ben from Gym Pen and I said, hey, do you guys have some sort of coating on this in order to like protect it or something like that? He said, no, it's because it's just new. And he said that the slickness is going to wear off over time, which means that at some point I may be able to use this for rope pull-ups, which will be a good thing because rope pull-ups are one of my favorite exercises to do for grip strength and for building my lats. But one of the cool things I was able to use this for is pulls with my sled. It really opened up a new dimension of the exercise for me, because instead of a handle where I'm wrapping my hands around the handle and pulling with a sort of a vertical grip this way, now I'm holding the rope handle like this, and the angle to pull is this way, and so I have to really concentrate on squeezing with my grip to make sure that I don't slide off, because it's actually a little uncomfortable if my pinky runs into this pommel right here as I'm pulling on it. That's actually not really comfortable, so you want to make sure that you're squeezing really hard, and of course that makes the exercise a little bit tougher, makes it a little bit more challenging on your grip. One other exercise that I really couldn't do with this was tricep press downs. I probably could do tricep press downs if I grabbed up a little bit higher, but as I just mentioned, the handles are way too slick right now for me to be able to do that, because my hands tend to want to slide no matter how hard I squeeze. And so that's just something that I'm putting on the shelf. But what I might end up doing, and I just thought about it, is maybe I can just duct tape the handle like right up around where my normal tricep press down grip is, and then I'll be able to use it like that. And actually then that gives me two options, because then I can grab it here if I want to do press downs and go all the way back here if I want to do kickbacks. Now, the Gym Pin website says that you can use these for hammer curls, but honestly, I don't see how I would be able to use these for hammer curls. I tried doing it, but because of just how my cable setup is in my home gym, the only way that I could use this for a hammer curl like movement was to stand really, really far back. And so I ended up running into my dumbbell rack and all kinds of other stuff. So it just wasn't practical for me. Maybe if the rope handle wasn't so slick, I'd be able to do a setup kind of like this and do hammer curls this way. And so that's something that I'm going to continue to try. But of course, if I'm going to put duct tape on it anyway to do the tricep press downs, then maybe that'll also work out for the hammer curls. What I'll do is I'll continue to play with this, and in about 6 months, I'll do another video to let you guys know how things are going, and if I've come up with any other exercises, as well as if there are any changes, especially as the slickness of the rope decreases. But for now, I really think that this rope is a worthy addition to your home gym. So if you guys are interested in getting it, I'm going to put the link for it in the description for this video. I didn't see it on Amazon, and this is a UK-based company, but this is the third product I've gotten from them. Never had any problems with the shipping or anything like that. If there is an Amazon link, I will put that in the description for this video as well. But for now, just know that you can go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you to the Gym Pin main website. And if they have a US-based affiliate that happens to carry this, I'm sure they can direct you to it as well if that's what you prefer. But all in all, that's my review of the TriGrips Double Length Rope Handle from Gym Pin. I hope that was helpful. And if you guys have a question about it, since I am going to continue to play with this, if you have something you'd like to know about it, drop a comment on this video. Let me know what else you'd like to know about it, and I'll make sure I include that in my next video on the product.